When President Cyril Ramaphosa addressed the nation in his latest speech, many expected a mixture of reassurance and bold solutions. What followed, however, has sparked widespread conversation, fierce debate, and sharply divided opinion across the country. From social media timelines to taxi ranks, from boardrooms to township gatherings, South Africans are dissecting every word he uttered and every word he avoided. The live reactions paint a vivid picture of a nation both hopeful and frustrated, united only by the belief that the stakes have never been higher. Among Ramaphosa's loyal supporters, there was relief simply that he chose to break his silence. In the weeks leading up to his address, the president had been accused of retreating into the shadows while the country wrestled with economic challenges and political infighting. His decision to confront the nation directly was welcomed by those who still see him as a reformer constrained by internal party battles. Supporters on Twitter praised his calm demeanor and his steady tone. "Ramaphosa is the adult in the room," one user wrote, while another noted, "He's trying to hold this country together when everyone else is pulling it apart." For these citizens, the president's emphasis on unity, reform, and shared responsibility struck the right note. They believe his words carried the weight of leadership in an era defined by noise and division. But not everyone was impressed. Among ordinary South Africans struggling with high food prices, unemployment, and rolling blackouts, Ramaphosa's speech landed with a thud. "We've heard this before," a frustrated Johannesburg resident told reporters in a street interview. "He keeps talking about plans and reforms, but nothing changes for us on the ground." The president's promises of targeted economic interventions and energy stabilization were received with skepticism. Social media lit up with sarcastic comments about Eskom, with memes joking that the lights went out the moment Ramaphosa mentioned ending load shedding. The anger was palpable. Citizens demanded timelines, not rhetoric. Many South Africans feel that while Ramaphosa acknowledges their pain, he has yet to deliver real, tangible solutions. The political class, too, was quick to react. Members of opposition parties seized on the speech as evidence of Ramaphosa's weakness, claiming it lacked vision and failed to inspire confidence. EFF leaders accused him of lecturing the nation while the ANC destroys it from within, while MK party representatives argued that his repeated calls for unity were thinly veiled attempts to silence dissent. Inside the ANC itself, reactions were more muted but telling. Ramaphosa's allies praised the speech as presidential and steadying, while critics within the party whispered that it lacked the force needed to confront corruption and factionalism. The coalition partners, particularly smaller parties, saw it as both an olive branch and a warning. His insistence on discipline and cooperation underscored the fragility of the government of national unity. In communities across the country, the speech became the subject of everyday conversations. At a Soweto shebeen, patrons debated whether Ramaphosa was sincere or simply buying time. A taxi driver in Durban told his passengers that the president was all talk, no action, sparking a heated back and forth that echoed the national mood. Meanwhile, younger South Africans expressed cynicism, many of them dismissing the address as irrelevant to their lives. "We are worried about jobs, crime, and opportunities," a university student in Cape Town tweeted. "We don't need more speeches. We need results." The generational divide was clear. While older citizens appreciated his tone of stability, the youth wanted concrete plans for the future. As always, South Africans turned to social media to make their voices heard. Within minutes of the address, hashtags like #Ramaphosa speech and #South Africa at Crossroads began trending. Memes mocked his promises about fixing Eskom, with one viral image showing Ramaphosa holding a candle as the solution. Yet amid the humor, there was also serious debate. Analysts, influencers, and ordinary citizens posted threads dissecting his speech line by line. Some pointed to the hidden political messages aimed at the EFF and MK, while others highlighted his repeated use of the phrase "our people deserve better" as an attempt to salvage his legacy. The digital conversation revealed a nation engaged, if deeply divided, over its leaders' words. In the hours after Ramaphosa's address, one thing became clear: South Africans are listening, but they are not convinced. The live reactions show a country teetering between cautious hope and deep skepticism. His supporters view him as a steady hand in turbulent times, while his critics accuse him of repeating the same promises without delivering results. South Africa's future, as many citizens pointed out, cannot be decided by speeches alone. It will be shaped by actions, reforms, and the political will to confront the crises that weigh heavily on the nation. For now, the president's words have reignited debate, but whether they will inspire lasting change remains uncertain. As one viral tweet bluntly put it, "We don't need another speech. We need a miracle."